The city of Tshwane is again without an executive mayor. Dr Murunwa Makwarela has resigned this afternoon. His latest departure comes after the Chief Registrar of the High Court of South Africa, Gauteng Division, Pretoria, confirmed that it had never issued a rehabilitation order for Makwarela. In a statement, the Office of the Chief Justice says the matter will be referred to the Office of the Directorate for Priority Crimes Investigations for the institution of criminal proceedings. Let's take you now to this briefing that's currently ongoing around this matter.
For clarification, Dr. Madisha, over to you.
Thank you very much. I must say that what has happened is extremely unfortunate, and COPE is extremely angry. We never thought that that which has happened would ever be the case. I must emphasize that COPE believes in the code of conduct. We have a code of conduct to say that all the public representatives must follow that which appears both in the code of conduct of COPE, but we, by all means possible, without any doubt, say that the constitution of the country must be followed. Now, what this man has done is extremely unfortunate, is terrible, and what we want to apologize to, number one, are the people of Tshwane, because he was supposed to serve the people of Tshwane and do that which we said, and the people of Tshwane as a whole said he must do. But even beyond that, because Tshwane is the capital of the entire country, and actually one would say the entire continent, extremely important, for him to then have reason to do this kind of thing is very sad. And we are very angry and want to apologize. I want to emphasize to the people of Tshwane, to the people of South Africa, that a man has reason to do things which are wrong. And as an organization, we did not know this. We have said that the local structures, as it is our policy, from the lowest level, what you call a branch, a ward municipality, must vet all the people who are going to become our councillors or who are our councillors up to the provincial level. Now, we did not know Makwarela, I must say. He was taken to the national level, to the National Elections Committee by the province. And we did not know whether the province had done that which it was supposed to do, particularly with all the members who became councillors here in Gauteng. We know that other provinces have done that. We don't know if in Gauteng they did do that, because we have read, for example, what came to us a few hours ago from the Registrar of the High Court, which indicates that his names are spelled wrongly. They say North High Court and all those kind of things, which are just extremely wrong, you know. Now this, in our own opinion, shows that there is an extreme level of forgery. And COPE does not believe in that. You, as the people of our country, will know that we formed COPE because we said wherever we were not happy with corruption, we're not happy with people who go on and forge, we're not happy with liars. And now if we can have a public representative who forges, who becomes a liar, who, in our own opinion, again, steals monies, because if he's got to be paid on a monthly basis, how much has he been paid? From the time when he became a councillor, from the time when he became a speaker, we had agreed with all the other parties. From the time when he became a mayor, we've agreed with very many parties and very many other councillors. How much has he received? That money belongs to the people of South Africa, not to his own pocket. So if he has done all this kind of nonsense, perhaps the people of Tshwane, the people of South Africa must say he must bring back all that money, because that which he has done is extremely wrong. But I want to emphasize that as COPE will say, we are sorry to the people of Tshwane, we are sorry to the people of Gauteng, we are sorry to the people of South Africa. But we did not know that this kind of thievery was permeating our own organization and this particular city as well. We will want to go on and work with all the political parties that worked with us, with all the councillors that worked with us, and with all the people here in Tshwane and beyond the borders of Tshwane, to make sure that we go on and contribute. We shall bring in another councillor who is clean, will be able to do that which is demanded of them by the constitution of our country, by the constitution of COPE, and that which is demanded basically by all the people of our country. It is extremely unfortunate, I want to emphasize, extremely unfortunate for a man to come and be the last person in the government, I say government of this city. We can't allow that kind of thing. I'm therefore saying to you, to all the people, that it is not COPE that did this. It is not COPE. It is an individual. And that individual succeeded to do all that kind of nonsense. We cannot allow that. COPE does not allow that. And please understand, we are sorry because that person came and we don't vet the persons when it comes to the national committee that deals with elections. That gets done from the lowest level, but the province is the last level that does that. Now we are going to check with our province. If they have not done that work, then we'll have to deal with the province itself of COPE, because they, I want to say, in actual fact, they have not done their work, because they did not say to us that this man has done all this kind of nonsense. This person, his names will go to courts and so on. That is nonsense. We can't allow that as Congress of the People. We are from other organizations. Some of us have reason to say we don't want to see plastic bags there. We don't want to see nonsense there. We want to see an organization that will be able to contribute properly to the development of the people of our country. So this is nonsense. We can't allow that. So I want to declare, I want to say, on behalf of the Congress of the People, the entire executive, all the membership in the whole country, and the people who support COPE beyond the borders of South Africa, that this is nonsense. We condemn it and let him go to hell. We can't allow this kind of thing. Thank you.
Yeah, let me just add before there's questions from that. We also want to officially announce that he have resigned from his position as mayor and as councillor. He has also resigned as a member of the Congress of the People. He's no more a member of the Congress of the People. I must tell you that that was what we have said to Makwarela long time ago, that this thing will put him into very serious problems. But he did not want to take our advice. The Deputy President here gave him that advice to say, you are going to get into serious trouble. Now, since this fake letter that is declared now as a fake letter have come out, we have said to him that this is an offense. The Congress of the People, as the Deputy President is saying, were formed to defend the constitution of our country, to defend the rule of law. We will never ever allow anyone in the Congress of the People to do things that is against the law. It is against the constitution. I just wanted to make that very clear, to add what the Deputy President is no more a member of the Congress of the People. Dr. Makwarela is no more a member of the Congress of the People. He is no more the mayor of the city of Tshwane. He is out. And what the Deputy President have expressed, that is what the Congress of the People are saying. We will open now for questions.
Well, to the COPE leadership, my name is Puleli Treaty Jones from ENCA. Maybe just firstly, in terms of the vetting process, are you going to now look inward, launch an investigation as well with the provincial leadership of COPE? Because clearly he's your candidate. You were supposed to have seen that this was coming your way as well. Secondly, are you yourself opening a charge, opening a case against Mr. Makwarela as a party? Because you're fuming right now and you're saying you've brought the party to disrepute. And thirdly, Are you still confident that you can be, or rather field a candidate as a mayoral candidate come Monday? Do you still have the backing of the parties, EFF and of course the ANC? Thanks.
What I can indicate is that, yes, number one, we have said that the vetting must happen from the lowest level when people are identified to become councillors. We do that. And all the provinces have been instructed to do that. If you check our constitution, that is there. And I don't know that Gauteng has done that. I don't know whether they have done that. What we are going to do is to check if they did do that in actual fact. But then that is going to be a very serious problem. If our provincial leadership has not done that yet, then it means an action must be taken against them by the organization. Yeah. Because we can't allow that. That is nonsense. We can't allow that. So it must be understood there. Now, I want to emphasize that which I have said, that once the vetting will have been done, in line with our code of conduct, in line with our constitution, that has got to be taken to the national level, where we have the National Elections Committee. Now, what happened is all the provinces took their elections and gave them to the Elections Committee, or their lists to the National Elections Committee, and the National Elections Committee took those for registration. We paid money there. Now, if Gauteng, our province here, has not done that, and I'm now doubting that they did do that, if they have not done that and we prove, then we will act against this leadership. But then we're not going to end there. What we are going to do now, because we don't want to be embarrassed like this, that is not what COPE is. We're going to check now all the provinces, all the councillors that we have around the country, and check if we don't have lies like we have here about Makwarela and Gauteng. That has got to come to an end. We'll go and check that, sir. We won't allow this kind of nonsense to permeate our organization like it has truly happened. We won't allow it.
Thank you.
From Newsroom Africa, there are some questions as well that I think you sort of missed from my colleague there, Pule, coming to the issue of, as a party, because this matter has brought your brand at the party into disrepute, will you be taking any legal action against Dr. Makwarela? At the same time, are you in a position to share with us in terms of, because you are saying that the alliance between you and the ANC still seems to be strong and they still want you to present your candidate, are you in a position to tell us who will be replacing Makwarela's position in this council? At the same time, as a party, clearly there are loopholes here in your vetting processes. Will you be strengthening your vetting processes so you're not left with egg on your face like you are right now? Thank you.
To start at the end, your third question, are we going to strengthen our vetting processes? Yes, like I said, we have the vetting processes. That which we have not done maybe has been, and we'll have to go and check ourselves, has been to check the provinces themselves, provincial leadership, whether they have done their proper work. We'll have now to assess that. Because what we had to do when we went to the elections, I mean, our hands were full. And we had to do lots and lots of work. Hence, we could not go to each one of them. There was no time at all. And then we had to take that which was brought to us by the provinces. So that is the last question that you have raised. The other question you have raised is the legal processes. Are we going to take any? Yes, we've got to. Because if that which appears in our own, our own code of conduct, it's actually law, is law, albeit it may be at the lowest level. It's law in the Constitution. If the proper things have not been done, of course we've got to do that. We'll take up an action. I don't want to say legal action, but then the third thing is we will convene a meeting of our national leadership, our Congress National Committee. According to it, according to our Constitution, it is a Congress National Committee, which other people I know call National Executive. Now, our CNC will have to sit because it is our work or rather its work, to shift and put in and or adopt whomever has got to come in as a candidate or as a councillor or even member of parliament or member of the legislature and so on. So yes, there must be a meeting. Now those are the steps that are followed in a Congress of the People. Now, like you said, asked whether are we going to take the legal action, then we are going to say to the National Committee, this is what we have seen, these are proofs, this is evidence, this person has lied in this way, this is what the province has done or not done, therefore, let's take a decision to handle this particular matter. But then, by hook or proof, I must say, we'll never allow this kind of thing to be in the organization anyway. And that which has happened has got to be reversed. You asked another question whether our alliance with the other parties is going to be affected or whatever. No, you know, when you talk about an alliance, it's something that evolves on a number of times. It can be there today, in the morning and in the afternoon, there are problems, there are cracks because of this and so on and so forth. It happens in that way. So again, let's go back to our Congress National Committee and say to them, here is what has happened, and therefore we must take up steps. What do you think? And our national leadership will give us direction. And that will happen as a matter of urgency. Mbani.
You see, we must also answer this one or raise this one of this other party, the coalition that we were part of. We were now working with the ANC, with the EFF, and so on. We must express our disappointment with the coalition. We must express our disappointment. Makwarela was for a year and some months the speaker. Under them, they never raised this issue that they raised immediately after Makwarela resigned from them. It is totally dishonest of them. We will never ever protect Makwarela or anyone who is doing wrong things. But the truth must be said that the coalition have also let us down, because they have also they were protecting and hiding wrong things. Because if they knew that Makwarela have this thing of insolvency, why did they not raise it at that time? Now, because Makwarela have now worked with ANC, EFF, and so on, now it's a problem. That is totally dishonest of them. And we must say, as the Congress of the People, we are very much disappointed in them. And it put a question. They can rejoice now with the fall of Makwarela, but they are not going to rejoice, because dishonesty don't take you any far, because you are also going to fall. Because there's also some things. You see, the thing that they have opened now with Makwarela, there's going to be investigations on each and every council. And I can tell you, it's not only Makwarela. There's others who is sitting there with similar things. So we want to express our dissatisfaction with the coalition. They were housing us for a year and couple of months. But now, all of a sudden, no, they must come up with this. We are saying what Makwarela have done is totally wrong and it's criminal. But the coalition, must also look at themselves. Why did they hide and accommodate Makwarela for so long? And they never said anything. They can't point a finger at us They can't point a finger at us. We were part and parcel of the coalition. So we want to express our dissatisfaction and disappointment in the coalition. And your question, I think, Mbali, the DP have answered your question about the workings with other political parties. But we must say that we will put forward a name very soon. We will put a name there to fill in that, and we will come out stronger from this thing. There is no way that we are going to lie down and say, no, we are down to the ground. We will come out stronger, I can tell you.
Mr. Bloem, how do you respond to those who are saying COPE cannot be trusted? They saw what happened in the city of Johannesburg, and now the scandal here in Tshwane with Dr. Makwarela. Some saying that, but COPE cannot be trusted within multi-party coalition partnerships. How do you respond to that criticism?
I must say it's very sad. And look, that which happened in Johannesburg, we rose and said we are not happy with that. Because there we had a particular coalition. There our councillor was made chairperson of, for about 19 committees. Now, when our councillor moved and occupied that particular position which he occupies, she was not directed by COPE. No, that was not the direction from COPE. And it's another problem. Now, what has happened from the side of this dishonest priest too is an extremely dishonest thing. We cannot allow that. So let it be understood, I emphasize, that is not COPE. It's individuals who rise themselves as individuals and do whatever they want, whether they are priests or whatever. They purport to be priests. It's up to it is not COPE, okay? Yes, in Johannesburg there was nonsense. Here, that what is happening here is just out of order as well. And one would even rise and say, even the so-called qualifications of persons, educational qualifications of individuals, must be looked into. We can't allow that thing as COPE. We can't. We won't. We are from some of the organizations, some of us, where we spent more than 30 years, and we moved out and said, no, we cannot be here because of dishonesty by some amongst those people in those particular organizations. That's why we came together, the few of us, and formed COPE. And we'll go down with COPE, some of us. We'll never go anywhere, okay? We'll die with COPE. So that is why we are saying we cannot allow any baboon to come here and cause any problems. Whether that baboon calls itself, a doctor or a whatever, and so we can't allow that. So it is not COPE. Okay. It is an individual, or it is individuals. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just add to your question of trust. I can tell you, if we were untrustworthy, we could never have come to face the media. We show that we are disappointed, we are angry. That's why we are here. I know that many political parties trust us because they know our background. We are not criminals. We are not. If one person is doing that, you cannot say that the Congress of the people. Go and look at our backgrounds. Before they point a finger at us, let them go and do background checks on us. I can tell the whole country that we will never be corrupt, we will never be criminals, because we resigned from the ANC in 2007 because we have said the ANC is taking a wrong direction, and that's why we have resigned from the ANC. Now, Nobody can come. And these people who are saying they don't trust us, we can also say they are from the apartheid government. They have locked us up. Now, how can we also trust them? Some of them were security branch police who have harassed us. Now, today, we must bow and listen to each and everything that they are telling us. We are not going to do that. We know who is our brothers. We know who is our friends. We know who was with us in the struggle. We are not going to be dictated by anybody who have oppressed us. We are not going to do that. But we are going to stand for a better life for everybody. If those who are saying that they can't trust us, if they can give the people of South Africa a better life, we will work with them. But if they can't give the people of South Africa a better life, why must we work with them? We are trustworthy. I can promise the people of South Africa, the people of Tshwane, they must trust. That's why we are here, to come in and talk to them.
You know, I must say, just to add, when I led the workers of South Africa, all the workers, 4 million of them, in the trade union movement, as president for those 15 years, I said that we must move forward in this way, and anyone who was a thief or a liar, we could not really stand and allow that kind of thing. That is why anywhere, I mean in all sectors, whether it was municipality, whether any public sector, in the mines, in the transport, wherever, we rose and said we can't allow this kind of thing. We rose and said we are moving out, whether it was in that in those two political parties where some of us were, and actually went to jails because we believed in that which they were pushing for. We said we're moving out. Now, you now have here a person who does those particular things which we have said for all those many years. We can't allow that. It's not us here. It's the judge. It's the registrar from the High Court who says that this fellow is lying and so on and so on. And I'm saying that they must now move forward, not stop here. Check even those doctoral degrees and so on. They must check all those so that we don't have people who say, I was once in COPE and I had this particular, high position, not only as a politician, but even upstairs here. No, that's not what COPE believes in. We want the truth, and that's it. So people trust COPE. COPE is there, and COPE shall fight to make sure that things run properly.
Thanks, Chief.
Of course, that is the leadership of COPE. That is the Deputy President of COPE, Willie Madisha, as well as the national spokesperson. Just going to also then bring in George Majila. He is the regional secretary for the ANC, and he's going to react quickly when it comes to the resignation of the mayor, Dr. Makwarela.
Well, as the ANC, we are shocked, we are devastated, we are shattered. We trusted the man because the man has been a speaker for over a period of a year. And we thought he's an honest person, he's a clean person, he's holding a PhD. So that's why it was easy for us to work with him because, we have said from the onset that as the ANC, we are not interested in the mayoral chain because we want to afford the smaller parties an opportunity to prove themselves because in the recent past elections of local government, as the ANC, we have not made it. So we don't want to get through the back door. Hence, we are supporting the smaller parties.
So what happens now? Are you going to push for a secret motion again when you vote again for the next speaker and the mayor? Are you going to ask the city manager to actually hold a secret ballot process as well when you vote?
Well, the law dictates that as and when you vote for the executive mayor, you need to do it in a secret way, in a secret vote. So that's the route we are taking. So what we are going to do moving forward, we are going to speak to smaller parties to ensure that at least we find each other, we get a candidate and we move on.
George Mbali from Newsroom Africa. We've also heard now from COPE, and they are saying that the coalition still stands between the ANC, EFF, as well as COPE. Has this dented the coalition at all? Because you had taken over from that which was led by the DA. Are you still together as a unit, as the opposition in this council?
Well, let me correct something. When Dr. Bloom was speaking, he was speaking about their coalition with the DA. That's why he kept on mentioning they've been together for a year. We have not been together with them for a year. We are prepared to work with COPE. We are prepared to work with the parties that we have been working with, because we believe the people of Tshwane have endured enough sufferings. So we want to help them. We want to ensure that our people get services. So our position is very clear. We want to work with everybody who put the agenda of the people as a priority.
But with the remedy that has been made in the multi-party coalition, with them having identified the so-called betrayers, can you still take it? Is it even possible? Because now they know who are the people.
Now, more than before, we are more confident. You know, the DA has damaged the city, so there's no how that they can succeed. They don't even know exactly who managed to vote with us. So the people are now voting with their conscience. They are very clear that they are going to support a candidate that will make difference. They are going to support the party. I mean, you have heard what the COPE leadership has said, to say our people have suffered enough, and we are agreeing with them. So the councillors that are represented in council, all of them without fail, are clear that the new executive mayor coming from a new party must emerge, and that's where we are going.
Very much, President. That was George Mansila.
Well, that's the COPE leadership there speaking to the media. COPE's Willie Madisha has apologized to Tshwane citizens following the disqualification, of course, the resignation of Dr. Murunwa.